Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly love reading. This is going to be for the week of November 26th through December 9th. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. I am doing bi-weekly love readings for the month of December. This is my Christmas gift to you. There's a possibility that I may continue this in the new year, but we will just have to wait and see. I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing in the monthlies. The only difference is that I'm going to pull additional cards. One card from the Enchanted Map, and then I'm going to leave you with one card from the Whispers of Love. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. I've already shuffled the decks. This is going to be for confirmation, but first let's get 9 cards for you. This is the love reading for the sign of Virgo for the weeks of November 26th to December 9th. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Love reading for Virgo, November 26th through December 9th. The Ace of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, love reading for the sign of Virgo, November 26th to December 9th. The Five of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, love reading for the sign of Virgo, November 26th to December 9th. The Two of Cups. And I have seen this combination of cards come up for several signs. It's very strange. So something is definitely happening during these 2 weeks. Love reading for the sign of Virgo, November 26th through December 9th. The World. The Four of Wands. And the Three of Cups. The only thing that I'm doing different is that I'm going to pull the main energy just randomly, asking what is the most important message for the sign of Virgo for November 26th to December 9th. What is the main message that they need to hear? I'm going to go with this card. And you have the Nine of Swords. So this tells me that for most of you, there is some type of anxiety, tension, or worry. And I do see a lot of things going on in this reading. But this is the energy where you might be really kind of stressed out about your love life. You could be really concerned about a relationship. But this is just fearing the worst. We're going to come back to this card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. First, let's start with the top row. Okay, so what you have here is the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So both of these cards right here are non-action cards, and there is some type of like new beginning, new life for you right in the middle. So it seems like, you know, there is a possibility of like your love life making a comeback. So this could be that you're meeting somebody new. This could be that this is somebody coming back into your life, or you allowing someone back into your life, or rekindling your relationship. But this right here is like a screeching halt. So I feel like, you know, things are improving in your love life, but things are moving slowly. And I feel because you have the Page of Pentacles, it's because someone is really taking their time to look at a relationship. Someone is not eager to jump on board. So this could be that there is a marriage proposal, but someone's not sure if they want to accept, or maybe someone's not even sure if they want to be in a relationship. This is studying your partner, or studying your love life, or yourself before committing. But there is some type of, you know, new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And whenever I see this card, it always feels like something from the past, to where you're able to start over and completely forget everything that happened between you and just start over, as you know, as if you had just met. That energy is there for you, but there is kind of moving, you know, it's slow progress with the Knight of Pentacles. You're slowly moving towards that new beginning in your relationship, in your love life, because, you know, there is something that needs to be looked at. And for some of you, it could be that someone is looking at the relationship very carefully, or you're being asked before you rekindle something, or before you invite somebody into your life, look at this relationship, or look at this person or yourself very carefully before accepting. It could also be, I'm just going back to the main energy here, that, you know, you're waiting on someone that's kind of studying your relationship, or even your marriage, to see if they want to continue. And this is where this tension and anxiety comes in. But this is someone kind of really stressed out about their love life. Let's move on to the second row. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups. There are several signs that I've done, because I'm doing them in order, that have had this exact combination. I've lost track of how many, so this is significant for everyone. You know, the Five of Pentacles, this is telling me that, you know, there is unhappiness, whether you're single or you're in a relationship. This is kind of feeling incompatible. So either you're feeling like something's missing, same energy, and these have almost the same energy. You're feeling like something's missing within your relationship or your marriage. You feel like, you know, you're not as close as you used to be. And this is leading to unhappiness. This is feeling like really discontent. But you still have that strong soulmate energy with the Two of Cups. You know, this is two people that that have a really strong bond and feel a really strong bond. And when I look at the card, you know, it feels like you will rise above your problems. I feel like there is something that you need to see. It is lined up here with the Page of Pentacles. There is something you need to see. What is it that's bringing your relationship down? Or what is it that is bringing you down? Why is it that you're unhappy? For singles, it could be that being single is starting to get to you. Because like I said, I've seen this combination before for the other signs. You know, here this is someone that's feeling lonely and isolated and feel like they're just not compatible with anyone that they meet. They feel like, you know, everyone is a wrong fit. And I don't have anything in common with anybody. I feel like an outsider, loner. It could even be someone that's a loner that doesn't want anything to do with anyone. You're starting to get bored with that. You know, moving this way, you're moving towards, you know, finding that soulmate relationship. So for those of you that are single and you're really starting to feel unhappy about that, it's because it's time to move on. But for couples, you know, I feel like there is something going on. Again, it ties in with the main energy of why there is a lot of worry and anxiety, because you feel like you're not like you used to be. That spark, that connection is no longer there. And, you know, it's creating a lot of unhappiness, or someone's bored in a marriage or relationship, but still, you know, that soulmate connection remains. It could even be with the Two of Cups, that there could be another partner where you're bored with, you know, you're bored in a marriage. I've been hearing a lot of that lately in private readings. It could be that there is someone else for you, where you're unhappy, but there is another soulmate relationship calling you. Okay, so bottom row, you have the World, the Four of Wands, the Three of Cups. Both of these cards right here represent marriage. The Four of Wands represents marriage, the Three of Cups represent marriage, and they come out with the World. The World is a major arcana, and I just noticed that it is the only major arcana in this entire spread, so far anyway. So the World, this is telling you that during these 2 weeks, this is a time of closure. It is a time of moving on. It is a time of moving on from this, from driving yourself crazy, from worrying about your love life, from worrying about your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It's time to, you know, move on to a next chapter. This is the chapter. And yes, it can be marriage. We can also be moving in together, because this is a card of home. Moving in together. This can be also starting a family, the Three of Cups. This is a celebration. This is kind of being together in a stable relationship. So I feel like, you know, a relationship that has not been stable, you're moving in that direction. You might be moving slowly, but I feel, just kind of, let me show you up here. I feel like someone is being very careful with the Page of Pentacles in the spread. You're being very careful. But at the same time, I see the energy of somebody being really unhappy with the way things are. And things are slowly progressing towards this new beginning. But someone is kind of taking their time here and kind of being very careful before moving on or accepting, yeah, you know, unhappiness. But it is time to move on. It is time for serious, committed relationships. Okay, so let me get another 3 cards for you from the same deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo from November 26th to December 9th? You have the Ten of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Virgo, November 26th to December 9th. The Star. Seven of Pentacles. Wow. So this, I'm going to put it here so you can see it. And I say wow because the Seven of Pentacles is a lot like the Page of Pentacles. This is someone that's doing a lot of like really deep thinking and strategizing about their love life. So it's kind of strange to hear that. But I mean, coming from Virgo, and I have a moon in Virgo, so I can totally relate. We tend to kind of like make lists and be very meticulous when making decisions. And I feel like somebody's doing that. Like somebody's actually like maybe literally writing down the pros and cons of being in a relationship with someone, of breaking up with someone. But just kind of looking at these 3 cards, This is the energy of somebody being completely fed up in a relationship or in a marriage. It's like you've reached a really kind of low place to where you just can't take it anymore. You cannot take one more fight, one more disagreement. It's a very kind of, it's a very draining energy. But I feel, let me just move the camera this way. You have this energy from the star, which is, you know, telling me that there's something that you want very much. And I feel like it could be that you're tired of not having this wish manifested. So hard to say what that is in a general reading, but it could be, you know, meeting somebody new. You're tired of not, you know, meeting anybody. But could it be that you're being too picky? That, you know, you're weighing the pros and cons a little too much every time you meet someone, or if you're already in a relationship, you know, you're possibly tired of not, you know, seeing more stability and kind of knowing that your partner is, or your marriage is staying intact. And it could be because somebody, again, is dragging their feet. Somebody's being very careful, or somebody's kind of trying to decide if this is truly what they want. They're going back and forth. That is the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more confirmation from the second deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for November 26th to December 9th? Wow. The Page of Pentacles again. So persistent message for you. I would freak out if the Seven of Pentacles came out again. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo November 26th to December 9th? The Three of Cups. This is also a repeating card. What other message is there for the sign of Virgo from November 26th to December 9th? Temperance. And at the bottom of this card, actually not the bottom, I'm used to saying that, I'm going to pull a main energy. What is the most important message that Virgo needs to hear from this deck right now? Death. So this is a time of transformation for the sign of Virgo, November 26th through December 9th. This is a time where it's time to let go of the old. I mean, you have the World right here. It's a time of endings. It's a time to close the chapter in a certain phase in your love life. It's time to move on. It's a time to, you have to let something die, whatever that is. It could be unforgiveness, it could be bad memories, an unhealthy relationship. It is a time of rebirth and transformation in your love life. Now, the three cards that I pulled, this is significant because it's a repeating card. You have the Page of Pentacles from the other deck, you know, and as it is, I was saying that the Seven of Pentacles is a lot like the Page of Pentacles, and then it comes out again. So this tells me that, you know, someone is being really careful when it comes to love. So someone is, like I said, it's like someone is studying you. And it could be, you know, if you're watching this reading hoping that somebody comes around, somebody, you know, wants to be in a relationship with you or marry you or notice you. I feel like the other partner is just being really careful, and they're really kind of trying to figure out how they feel about you and if this is the right thing to do. That is the energy of the Page of Pentacles. They're literally like analyzing you and analyzing their feelings for you. Now, this came out with the Three of Cups, which is also a repeating card because I had it from the other deck. So happiness surrounds you during these 2 weeks. This is a time where relationships can lead to marriage, but it's also, you know, just happiness. It's like joy is returning to you, and you definitely need that energy of, you know, joy, because this is not joy. The Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. This is someone that is feeling lonely, misunderstood, feeling like they're not connected to their spouse, or feeling incompatible with everyone that they meet, starting to feel a little lonely, a little bored of everything, and starting to feel like just completely like shutting everyone out with the Four of Cups. But you know, you do have this message from Temperance card, a major arcana, and now you have three. Temperance is telling you to, you know, be patient. So I feel like this is especially important for those where you're waiting for someone that is in the energy of the Page of Pentacles, where someone is just being really careful. But that's a persistent message in this reading. I mean, you have the Page of Pentacles 2 times and the Seven of Pentacles, so either you or someone that you're waiting for is literally, like, you know, analyzing you and the relationship to death. And that could be why there is like so much anxiety, so much angst. Like, what are they going to say? Are they going to call me? Should I call them? Keep in mind that the second deck said this is a time of transformation. It's time to let the past go. because, I mean, the Three of Cups is here twice, telling you that this should be a time of celebration, of happiness. This can even be a time where you're moving towards marriage. It's a time where you're supposed to be getting what you want. Your hopes and wishes are here in this reading. But I also feel someone is feeling kind of really tired and just kind of fed up. So it's time to take action on those hopes and wishes. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull one card from the Enchanted Map, and then I'll move on to the Whispers of Love. Okay, what message is there for the sign of Virgo for November 26th through December 9th? What message is there for the sign of Virgo for November 26th to December 9th? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach in here, asking for the most important message for the sign of Virgo. What do they most need to hear? Moonlight. So whenever I see this card, this kind of feels like, you know, intuition. Like your intuition is speaking to you. And it could be that your intuition is speaking to you. Do something. Act. I mean, you have the Page of Pentacles here 2 times. Stop analyzing something to death, because that is just creating more anxiety. But, you know, I also feel, you know, with this Moonlight card, that there can be a lot of things that you don't know. For those where you're waiting for someone, where you don't understand why things are moving so slowly with the Knight of Pentacles here. The Moonlight, it reminds me of the moon. I mean, I know it's a different deck, but it reminds me of the moon. I feel like there can be a lot of things that have not come to light yet about why someone is acting like this in a relationship or in a marriage. With the 2 pages, there can be a lot of communication during this time period. Okay, so let's go ahead. What I'm going to do with the Whispers of Love is I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to pull one card for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you what it says in the book. And I want you to use your intuition as far as what that means for your situation. Whatever's going on in your love life. Okay. What message is there for the sign of Virgo for November 26th to December 9th? What message is there for the sign of Virgo for November 26th through December 9th? What message is there for the sign of Virgo for November 26th through December 9th? Okay, so again, I'm going to reach in here. What's the most important message in this deck that Virgo needs to hear for this time period? And you have romance. And the card says at the bottom, lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Okay, so I'm going to look in the book and I'm just going to read you what it says. And again, use your intuition about how this applies to whatever is going on in your love life. Okay. Sorry, my eyes are not as good as they used to. I'm trying to see the number here. Okay, 25. Okay, this is what the book says. Quality time is what is needed now. Whether you are in a relationship or in between relationships, do something special that brings romance back into your life. If you are single, it is important that you do something for you. Okay, Virgo, this has been your weekly love reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again soon.